Hey Rasky, hey Buffy, hey Pocket, and hey Jimbo. How's it going? Today we're gonna start a new game, which I've been wanting to play since forever, and then not too long ago it was free on the PlayStation Plus, so I was very excited. Also, the on-screen chat does not work. Makes no sense to me. Like, if I go to the properties, I see it just fine. And it's not like underneath any other source. So blame OBS or something. Sorry about that if you really wanted to see the chat on screen. It's like seemingly nothing that I could do about that. So I'm just gonna ignore that.
Once upon a time,
start a new game.
The infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine.
Nice.
But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. But then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods. Midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians.
Oh.
The citizens,
that's gonna help,
had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Okay. It's weird, Rescue, because, you know, when I double-click the thing, it shows, like, the width and the height and the URL and the stuff. I can see it there. It works on the, like, the freaking properties preview thing. No problem. But it doesn't show up on the actual stream. I don't get it. I've never had this happen before, ever. Because that makes no sense. I mean, obviously, if it was the scene was, or the source was hidden, or or there was some other source on top of it, that would make sense. But there's nothing that sort. It works, but it doesn't show up. I don't know.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. "Sorry, kid," Reynardo told the kid. "Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone." "My mother died for this book!" "I promised her I'd protect you." Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
I am Reynardo. Reynardo? Okay. Okay. Hey, Lucky Wiz. How's it going? I just follow him, I guess. There's like nothing else that works,
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner.
Uh-oh.
Which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Ooh. Nice. Easy. Oh, sorry. I didn't hide that. Thank you. And the enemy is about to attack. Left stick plus square to counter. Huh. Koma, thank you for the host. Yeah, I mean, we're just starting soon. This is not the real stream. You're dreaming. Hey, Ferret. Ow. It's... Okay. I should not spam the button. that's when things go wrong. Like in Dark Souls, he performs every action in the order where you order them. But waits, like, you can't spam it. Like, if you double click it, it won't do like too fast, or like one and then ignore the other because it was too fast. It will do one and then the other. Yeah. I hope I can explain it. So that's why I'm like late for some of the actions, because I accidentally, or like...
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Unintentionally spammed the button and then, yeah, stuff happened. Hey Jamie, how's it going? And hey Coma. Hold square to grab, and then aim, and throw. Okay. Oh, do I need to throw it? No. Over here, I was thinking.
The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate.
How?
Who let you through?
Yeah.
Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere. And neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero's sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renata going to get a hero sword?
From here, I assume. In this box.
Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. I'll need a workshop, though. Perfect.
Sword crafting. This is the sword crafting menu. Gather the required materials from the chests scattered throughout Boreas. Select the selected sword's current level and special power. Not crafted yet. Okay. The selected sword's special power at the next level. Look badass. The resources needed to upgrade. Okay. You have enough resources. Craft your first sword now.
A hero sword. QED.
There we go. That was quite easy. The fox and the hare, yes. Ooh, fancy. I assume that's it. Now we just go.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
Damn it. Damn kid. Lara Croft. Where's the kid? In trouble. No doubt.
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Cute, said Renato. Oh, ravens.
Okay. Come here. Ow! Ow, I'm bad at this.
It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
What? Use the altar to learn new skills, really? I want to heal somehow. Please? Each time you gain a level, you also gain a skill point. Spend your skill points at the altar scattered throughout Boreas to gain new powerful abilities or upgrade existing ones. No. 4 tiers of skills. The more truth you discover, the more tiers you unlock. Here you can find the description of each skill. Right.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Hooking enemies consumes stamina. Posts can be hooked. Or pull enemies towards you. Okay. Whee! Okay. Nice. I'm gonna die soon though. Yeah, see, I don't think I have a jump function at all.
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kessel run in 12 furlongs. Well, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush.
Uh-oh.
He shouted. "I'm not giving you the book!" shouted the kid, and took off. "No! Peter!" But the kid ran for it. And a goggler
Peter!
nailed him with its ivy.
Rip?
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it.
Damn
Bernardo
it.
picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Are we going sailing?
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out.
Maybe. Hey, Dreyu.
All that
Oh.
had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loudhailer. Bernardo could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Bernardo yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. "Take us to the rebel base, and we'll spare your life!" it cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time, unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss, As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Really? Really? Hey Spoder, how's it going? Yay. So I have to choose. You can't make new old friends. The rebellion was out of time and Renardo needed a game changer. Even though Lapino wasn't what anyone would consider a game changer, he could come up with harebrained schemes. Maybe rescuing him was worth it. Or build the Sky Ripper. The rebellion was out of time and Renardo needed a game changer. An ancient artifact that defeated the lost gods would indeed be a game changer. Though it was split into two pieces many years ago, Renardo could rebuild it by first getting its armature. Like the new setup, thank you. Even though you can't hear me. I could, like, you know, like, be the hero and build this thing, or be a friend who rescues this person. Thank you, Rescue. Let's be an asshole.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
So, like, Rasky, you've played this. Does it change significantly whether, like, depending on which one you choose? You chose the other one. Right. Is it completely different?
As he set foot on the island, Renardo could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive.
I feel so bad.
Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Okay. Interesting. But you have to choose one or the other. You can't do both. Hackmeister, thank you for the host. This is not the way. What are the things down below? I wonder. Hey Hawk, what's up? It'll be interesting. Maybe someday we will play the other scenario then.
Ooh, sparkly, thought Renardo.
Sparkly. So did I accidentally take all the good paths with chests? Yeah. Things. Yay. Who doesn't like things that you're not really sure what good they are for yet? Getting ready for bed. Time zones. It's not too long since I woke up.
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
What are gems? Gem socketing. This is the gem socketing menu. Here you can equip powerful gems that will augment both your offensive and defensive capabilities. Gauntlet has 3 sockets into which you can put gems. Select one of the sockets to use your gems. Each gem has 3 levels and its effects increases with each level. Got it. Picking up a gem you already have will automatically upgrade that gem's level. Nice. You can find gems in the chest scattered throughout Boris, if you're lucky enough. Moi Mixu. You want a keyboard that isn't gonna break the bank but isn't gonna be shit. What do you consider a shit as a keyboard? Alright, Dre, you have a good trip. Spoder, actually, there's this new thing. I don't know about any of the, like, this is on Amazon, but I assume that Amazon is just everything. Like, the next step from mechanical keyboards is an optical keyboard. I don't know the technicalities, but I trust Edo on this. He's got one. He was, like, super excited when he knew it was a thing. When he found out, and he's really happy about it, and it's not that expensive as a mechanical one. Yeah, I assume that key presses matter for you, that you need to be able to press many keys at the same time. Like, not that kind of, I don't know, basic laptop keyboard where you can press like 2 or 3 at the same time. I don't have any gems. I see, so I can't do this yet. Fine. Don't have ores either. Fine. But yeah, I would recommend maybe to look up optical keyboards if they exist on Amazon Prime. I just stepped here and this door opened.
Who needed bridges anyway?
£50? It might be close to that. It might be close to that. We only had like one option, but it wasn't super expensive. It wasn't as expensive as mechanical ones, but yeah, just check it out. I haven't looked into it that much, but oh, okay, that was convenient. But that's something you could look into. This is going to be interesting. No! No! Okay. Ugh, lag.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
I like this narrator, and I like the voice acting as well. I think it's really well made. Seems like just one guy, but he's making a lot of different sounds, which I like. Longsword! Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. What the? Don't see me. Ah! No, you didn't.
The people who built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Yeah, download more keys. Hey, Mega Goat. Get a touchscreen monitor.
Renato's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
Finally, it works. Finally, things break. So, okay. I got some health there. That was nice. We can dash. A supernatural dash. Oh, I don't have any skill points. God damn it. Why? Oh, there's a chest though. Yeah, I can't use it because I don't have dash. Maybe I'll get...
Hero Wall. Hero Sword. Ice Wall. Ice Cube.
Maybe I'll get some upgrades here. Oh wow, 2 at a time. Oh wow.
Already Renato knew more than he ever had. But about what?
Nice. I think I just did that without health loss. Hey Books, hey Connelly. What's up? Is this gonna do any good to break everything? Yeah, it is. Nice. I don't need this, but can't go back. Feels bad, man. I'm becoming good. I'm getting good. That's something rare. Is this a way back by any chance? I think it is. I think it is.
In this chest, there were woodcuts of amazingly beautiful vixens wearing no clothes at all. And something more useful.
Hey Emma, how's it going? And Feener, thank you for the host. What's this? The truth behind this Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor has used the Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. Then the TE buried the weapon and vanished. Was it a self-imposed exile to rid the world of its last divine presence, or was it the price to pay for using such a tremendous power? Could the Sky Ripper and Iblis have a deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim? Story time. Or E.T. Plot twist. My rituals will summon the Iblis Stone. Perhaps I should worry that they will also cause the Sky Ripper to resurface. If that is the case, I should spare no resources to find it. A weapon that can banish a god is an invaluable bargaining chip should the old ones decide to double-cross me. It is in their nature to try. But gods are predictable, and I can rely on that to always be one step ahead. Emperor Isengrim III, a secret journal. Not so secret anymore. Oh. I need to upgrade my sword somehow. I'm guessing I still kind of have the hero sword power, even though I change it to something else. That would be interesting if you only could unlock one types of doors. Oh no. Oh no. Hey Mixit! How's it going? Fuck. This freaking place. I'm not good with this though. I think I'm supposed to walk behind them. No! You didn't see anything.
Snack time, boys! Call out the lead, Raven.
Is nobody else gonna attack me? There you go. Oh, spamming kind of works. And when you switch target somehow, it works faster than regular fighting. This is sort of like Bastion. This is what I would assume to be a somewhat basic RPG.
Ah, a puzzle. Renato loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
Yeah. Hey, Ju! Finished vacuuming the house. Nice. What do you mean this is a puzzle?
When I build my castle, thought Renato, all my gates are going to open with buttons. And all the leaders will drop rocks at your head.
I'm doing alright. Thank you for asking. My throat is still... I think it's more sensitive
Felt a little better.
after yesterday than it was before that, but it's not too bad. Left, right, left, right. Right. Maybe? Finally, I can use this.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
So that's my stamina. Okay. Okay. Cool. Should I have gone the other way still instead? I don't know. I feel like there are many paths and I'm missing stuff. Exactly.
There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now...
I
that
need
made no
something.
sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Again, another choice. I like this. It's interesting. Yes, Boder is big on Bastion. Gonna play it someday. Sometime soon. Okay. For some inexplicable reason, Reynardo chose Zenobia. Reynardo has found the armature of the Skyripper. Without the core, it would just be an empty and useless shell. Maybe he should go see Zenobia, who had just invaded a city nearby. She was the Emperor's adopted daughter and the greatest general. But she was also his old friend. Reynardo didn't know why. But he felt the urge to go see her. Yeah, in before I have like very, very high expectations and then I get disappointed. He needed to go get the core of Skyripper, obviously. Reynardo has found the armature of the Skyripper. Without the core, it would just be an empty and useless shell. The only reason one would seek the armature was to build the legendary weapon that had once banished the lost gods. Obviously, Reynardo should get the core. This is the same kind of choice as previously, like some old friend, let's go see her, or no, just get the item that we need. I don't know, should I keep it consistent or try and change it up a little bit? Just get the item? Yeah, like, this seems more of an obvious choice to me. Like, I was more torn between saving that one bunny, whatever. Because, she's not in any kind of trouble, it seems. So let's just... yeah, let's just go get it. Maddie, thank you for the auto-host.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that.
Yeah.
The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Yeah. Wrong choice. Why? Because, I don't know. Are there wrong choices? I don't think so. It's just different choices.
He looked up at the old trees around him. They were so big and so old. They'd been there before he was born, and they'd be there after he'd passed into legend. Was he confronting his own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero, and soon he'd prove it.
So this thing is now following me. Yeah, I don't know if the first one was kind of a bad choice. But I shouldn't care too much. I don't know, like, how the story ends up.
Hoped his hook didn't break.
Maybe the friend could have gotten killed if we tried to rescue them. Maybe this is how it saved them, you know? Hey Lore, thank you for the host. How's it going? Keep forgetting there's no jump.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
Maybe we can craft a sword. I'm missing something. Like when I move around? Or... what do you mean? Like I'm trying to go to the alternative paths first. I don't always feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, let's get first things first. With the core, we might be able to save everyone.
This chest contained blank passports from 15 countries. And something useful.
Yeah, the problem is you can't always go back. And I couldn't go into some places because I couldn't have, I didn't have the sword upgrades yet.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
So I feel like you can't get everything on your first playthrough unless you're really good. Never heard of this game. Should I, see, on this, if I change a scene, it works. If I change the scene, it works. I was thinking... maybe like this. A little lower. Now you can see the chat. Why doesn't it work in that one? Okay, that's better in both ways. Yeah, I like the more unknown games. Well,
we just agree to disagree, said Renato. No?
come on.
Renato
Nice.
was remembering all his old... There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before?
What
He no
happened
longer
to the...
heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Something weird got skipped there. But yeah, I like playing some unknown games as well. I think it's cool.
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
Heh. Combo. Attack immediately when the previous attack hits to land a perfect strike. Bonus damage and double combo bonus. Yes, please. I wonder if I can then use this gun, whatever, weapon thingy, when I get the core. Just be OP. Ow. Check my health for 1 second and freaking almost die. So yeah, I've been meaning to play that one as well. And I've heard it's only like about 3-4 hours. It was somewhat advertised though on Steam at least. GG. Thank you. This is the core?
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark art, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus.
We lost
He carried
them?
his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
Limbo, yeah, Limbo is cool. That was like the first... one of the first big indie games, I think. Well, maybe I'm like a bit narrow-minded there, but... it was indie and it was big, is what I mean to say. And it was like 10 years ago or so. And then a lot of like copies came afterwards. So it had a big influence. Not very replayable. Yeah, I can imagine. I still want to play it though. Seek help from scientists. The Sky Ripper was complete. The super weapon could put an end to the Emperor's madness. But had Ronaldo assembled it correctly, would it work at the critical moment? The scientist on the Nexus would surely give answers. Or No time for fussing. Attack the outpost. The Sky Ripper was complete. The super weapon could put an end to the Emperor's madness, but would it work at the critical moment? Maybe it needed field testing, and the Imperial outpost on the Nexus was the perfect target. So tested in combat or tested in like in a lab? At first I felt strongly about this, but what if this is a trap? What if the scientists are corrupted? Nah, let's do it anyway.
Well, of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, you could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective.
Let's see now. I hope it's not some sort of trap. I mean, it seems like something is gonna go wrong since both of them had something to do with testing the weapon. I don't know.
Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction.
With these move? Yeah. Alright. Hey Tugboat. Yeah, I like the narrator as well. I think he's doing a very good job.
It was definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
And he's making fun of me. My health did not regenerate. Feels bad, man.
Should really look for another line of work, he thought. And then he died.
You have died. Is this Dark Souls? Shit. Well, I got 50% health now. You make one mistake. And you rip instantly if you're like too low on health. Oop.
No skateboarding, the sign said.
Why? That would be fun. Why do signs always ruin all the fun? Give me health. Thank you. Almost missed an altar.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
Just ignore the signs. Yeah. Defensive reflexes slow down time after a successful counter until your next action. Take a breather and plan your next move. Can I? Oh, I don't have skill points. Never mind. I don't even need to worry about that right now. Ever considered playing one of those choose your own adventure fighting fantasy books? I have. I don't think I can handle the reading on stream, so I'm not gonna stream that kind of games. They do seem interesting, but they're not the type of games I would stream.
Okay, let's get this over with and we can all go home. Well, not you, just me.
We can all go home, but not you. Yeah, I definitely do like choices in gameplay, but I also need the gameplay.
The weapon was exactly what the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun. No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
Why did I come all the way here just to teleport back? No, wait, what is this? That's the thing. Why did I do that? Huh? No, no, no! Where was this? What the fuck? I wanna go back. I wanna go back. Well, game just debated me.
Renato's path was clear. Let the scientists ensure the Sky Ripper was safe to use, bring it to the rebel base, and then assault the Imperial fleet for the win.
Hey Rick, how's it going?
Renato wondered what he could make with it.
Oh, finally. Hold R2 to activate magic swords. Swords consume energy while activated. We can switch swords. Ah! Okay, we get to keep the old sword. Right. Do I have any gems? No. So, does the energy regenerate? Yes, it does. Slowly. Eat salty crisps. It's very even in the top snacks right now.
There was an engraving. Maximum capacity, 130 people.
Dip.
Renato wondered if his future self had commissioned these poles. The way they stayed back and lobbed pain and death from a distance. Cowards. Really dangerous, effective cowards.
This is very similar. Maybe they were inspired. Avoid the warlock's fire spell. It will damage everyone in the area once it explodes. Why?
It was good to practice your moves, thought Renato. Keeps you limber.
Isn't salty crisps good? Does Boder hate salty crisps? What's the point of that? Okay. It's getting harder with the enemies. As soon as I got good, they were like, no, we got this thing. You like them. Why would Rasky make you eat them? Damn. Maybe, just maybe, there's health somewhere. No? Okay.
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Sky Ripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the Sky Ripper could tear a hole in existence itself. There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If the Sky Ripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen until our whole existence fell into it.
Another toad sighed. Irving still believes in string theory.
At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
I really like the voice actor. He's really good. I don't even need to think. I would go to Calaveras.
Renato was about to leave when he was stopped by one of the scientist toads.
There is something else you should know. There are rumors the Ravens are searching for an ancient artifact on a nearby desert island. There are legends of something called the Iblis Stone, a gem of great and evil power.
Where is this island? Asked Renato.
Yeah, sort of that way?
Said the toad, pointing vaguely west. The fleet was already there. There was nothing Renato could do about it. For the moment. Well, he should have known he'd have to consult Calaveras again. The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know of the Transcendent Emperor? He hoped it wouldn't delay him too long. The rebels had scheduled the final battle soon. Every day they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Sky Ripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
I don't think we're near the final battle just yet, though. I mean, how many chapters could there be? We're not. Now what? Chapter 3? Something? They're quite short.
Maybe it was the cold. But after a few steps, Renato's optimism started to slump. What if Calaveras couldn't help?
4?
Did Renato dare use the Sky Ripper? Oh, he hated that he had chosen this path. It was so much simpler to rescue friends and attack enemies. Even if some of those friends were more trouble than his enemies, some of those enemies had been friends before and might be lovers after. No, okay, it wasn't all that much simpler, no. Physics made his brain hurt. That, at least he was sure of.
What? Sword is at maximum level. Can we do anything? No. Okay. I wonder when we will start to find those gems.
What were these poles exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
Important questions are being made. Easy. I like the worlds. They look awesome.
Oh, good! I need a new rug for my nest, said the lead raven.
Nice. I'm liking this combat. You need some sort of skill.
When Renato went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
But like it's not too hard for me. I don't get salty. Right. I'm just looking for health. Energy. Should I try to use this special weapon thing?
We do it, said Renato to himself.
Should I hop onto this or should I go down there first? And we get so much energy that it implies that we should use it. This seems like the legit way. So let's skip items again by going this way. Makes it look very friendly. Yeah, I like it. I like it when a game is colorful. It doesn't make it necessarily
These platforms are great. Renato wanted one for his house.
It's not necessarily, it doesn't make it like a kid's game. If there's colors. So many attacks at once. Holy shit. It just makes it more awesome, in my opinion. I like colors.
He tried to focus on the now. The ravens who seemed everywhere all the time. Where did they hatch from? Were there giant raven hatcheries somewhere, or did they have families? Ooh, he didn't want to think about raven mummies raising their darling raven chicks. Yeah, Calveras would help. He would make Renato feel better about using the Sky Ripper. And then Renato wouldn't have to worry about ravens ever again.
Yeah, it's easy enough to just, you know, chill. Not try hard. Yeah, it seems like Final Fantasy uses colors as well. Where are we going? Oh my. There were so many things down there.
Renato's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
Did he? I wonder if you literally get different paths in the same place, depending on what you choose. Uh-oh. I didn't want to deactivate it, but it works.
Renato had been focusing all his energies on the Sky River. If Calaveras could not fix it, he'd be out of options. He would have to assault the Imperial fleet empty-handed.
Wow, lag. Okay. Lag! Stop! Okay, calm down, game. Load what you need to load and then let me play. Okay, can we upgrade anything? 2 things. Defensive reflexes, slow down time after a successful counter. Yeah, let's do that. Can I unlock this? No. Perfect strike is required. And I have the perfect strike. Oh wait, 1 truth revealed and then we unlock that second. Okay, can't do that yet. Aggressive defense. Countering an attack now causes damage. Or increase your maximum health. Or run faster. These kinda both do the same. Kinda. You do more damage or you have more health. Makes the... I don't know. Let's do more damage. Kinda. I hope eventually we'll get them all.
Calaveras had never let him down.
Yeah, of course I can make it work better.
But when Renato explained about the strings, Calaveras grew thoughtful.
Oh, strings, you say? Well, the Arcana do speak of the ties that bind the world.
He drew many intricate symbols in the dirt.
Yeah, so, according to my calculations, each time you fire, I'm afraid there's a 1 in 120 chance you'll destroy the universe.
Nice.
That's pretty good odds. That's like rolling, what, 21 dice and they all come up 6. What are the odds of that?
What? No! It's more like 2.716s in a row.
Anyway, with those odds, it won't happen if I use it just once.
What? No. That's so not right. Look, each time you use it... Okay, look. Just don't use it ever. At
Well,
all,
rip.
okay?
All right, I guess. As he sailed away from the mountains, Renato could see clouds darkening. Rain? No. Ships. Imperial ships, swarming thick as bees. This was it. The big battle. They could not afford to lose this one. What if it did not go well? What if he had to use the Sky River? Could he gamble the universe? On the other hand, what were the odds of rolling 21 6s in a row?
Yeah, we made some bad choices. Now we know. We can't even use the weapon. We used the friends. We sacrificed the friends to get that, and now we can't even use it. So feels bad, man. Maybe we can still make something right.
The battle was not going spectacularly well. What had the rebels been thinking? They'd been thinking he would bring the Sky Ripper, or the Iblis Stone, or that he'd sideline Zenobia somehow, or turn her. Couldn't he use the Sky Ripper just once? After all, if chances were 1 in 128, that meant he'd for sure be okay the first time. They'd get worse each time he used it, but the first time would be okay, right? He wasn't sure that it was right. So he didn't fire the Sky Ripper. He just brought it along, in case.
Damn. Use the Sky Ripper. On something. So we're still gonna use it, huh? I'm not sure that's such a good idea. Maybe we don't have a choice though. Wrong sword.
What was really fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
I'm so living on the edge. Moving ship. Yeah, that could be fun. You like this song? Hold on, let me listen to it. Yeah. It's a pretty nice one. So
ready to become faster, stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out which.
So now, like, it's sometimes slow-mo. Confuses me a bit. Really fun, trademark. I wonder if that was important. Oh. I'm glad I checked. It was somewhat important. Sorry. Nothing too bad though. We shall continue. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That loading.
Bernardo had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
Terror of the sandcastles. I'm looking for those gems. Don't know where. can you just find them in a box? Not sure, but...
There were stickers all over the platform for really hot lady foxes, with pictures and addresses and everything.
Easy. Maybe we should call one of them and see what happens.
Death to traitors! Caught the ravens.
Ow. Ooh, feeling any better? Yeah, you could say that. Thank you, Fog. How's it going? Throat got a bit sore from yesterday, but otherwise I feel fine. Such a weird flu,
Someone had
whatever.
told him the odds didn't change just because you'd had a streak of good luck. His gut told him that was wrong, though. And he always listened to his gut. On the other hand, 128 chances to win, but one of them would destroy the universe. Ooh, that seemed a bit serious. Maybe he could defeat the Emperor without firing the Sky Ripper. Maybe he could bluff, but with a real weapon. Like in cards, when you had 3 knaves, but you pretended you had a fizzbin. That could work.
Maybe? Oh, this is the part where we hook onto a moving ship. Whee! Alright, alright. So are we moving? Are we still moving? And does it just seem like we're not moving because, you know, we're all moving at the same speed? Not sure. So many ships, wow.
Come on. On, Fox. No waiting.
Level up. Yes. Nice. Up to. You think you're safe and then like have a drink or something and then the game expects you to pay attention. Can I do a dash here? No, I can't do it like overboard. Okay. Oaks is in the lead. It seems, or maybe not. There's a quest. Oh, hi. What are you? Shield grunts will block your attacks. Grab and throw another grunt into him, and his shield will be knocked away. Okay. So don't kill everyone else before you do. Nice. Fool.
He set up the Sky Ripper and let it warm up.
Uh-oh.
He would bluff if he had to. Zenobia came out, flanked by a very daunting platoon of ravens. You won't actually use that, she said in that annoying, I know everything because I'm a cat and you know nothing because you're just a fox voice she had. Oh, I know the odds. Good. Because there's a real chance you could destroy the universe. No, not the first time I use it. The odds are too low. What? No? Yeah, sure. The first time, the odds are practically nothing. They only go up if I use it a bunch more times. No, but that's not how odds work. Didn't you pay attention in class? Now surrender, or I'll use it. Just once, he said. Don't.
He felt sure the odds were with him.
No!
You have to go with his gut. That's what heroes do. Fire, he said. Please? The
Please.
Sky Ripper fired. A
No!
tremendous whoosh. The Emperor's flagship went up in flames. It was awesome. Then he noticed
There was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it, widening it. It grew larger, and even larger. Crates fell upwards into it, and the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror, as it poured into the ravenous hole. Ah, 1 in 128. What are the odds? Thought Renato. And then everything fell into the hole and was gone.
Rip?
Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true.
Oh,
learned
magic
something.
happens.
The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
Alright, no worries, Fog. New story completed. Story number 21. The Sky Rover's Guide to the Galaxy. What kind of hero are you? A hero who is willing to risk space, time, the universe, and everything if the odds are in his favor. No, I would never have gone for that. If it was a choice, I would have never fired that thing. But it wasn't a choice. So, new truth revealed. The Sky Ripper core is unstable. Tier 2 skills unlocked. Location unlocked. Desert Temple. Wow. So there are basically 4 choices throughout the game, and yeah, depending on what you do, you get different stuff. Unbelievable, I get rewarded. No, I wouldn't. No. This is where the game really begins. That's really cool. View story. Aha. Can you see this? Yes, you can. Find the armature, find the core, meet the scientist, meet Calaveras. The Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had banished the gods themselves. Reynardo assembled the super weapon, but even a hothead like him knew he should deal carefully with such an ancient and powerful artifact. So he consulted with the experts who warned him that the weapon could destroy the very fabric of space and time. It was a question of probability. He had a chance in 128 to destroy the universe. Well, for Reynardo it meant that 127 chances to destroy the... Scroll, you bitch! What am I doing wrong? It says left sticks to scroll and... Okay. Okay, continue.
He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning.
I like this.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Reynardo. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing.
Ha.
Lapino was no game changer, but could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Sounds of distress.mp3. Okay. So this is a new option. A mysterious temple had risen out of the desert. The Emperor has sent his ravens to search for the Iblis Stone. The ancient artifact may contain the power to bring down the Empire. Let's be the good guy. Let's save everyone. Let's meet everyone. Let's be friendly.
Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
Rescue really likes the dessert. We'll leave the dessert for last, you know? But we need to basically do all of the possible combinations of choices to get the ultimate truth or something, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything's gonna go to shit no matter what I do.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Until, of course, we know enough. Boom! I feel like when we know enough, we've had enough different kinds of endings, then we will be able to make the right choices. And I'm not sure it matters until then. What do you do? Oh, it shows this. That's nice. Moist eagle. I'm glad it shows the exclamation mark. So what does this do? I don't know. We'll find out.
Reynardo had always wanted a flying carpet. This was
More like a flying tabletop. But it would do.
I mean, that wasn't satisfying at all to
People
just
were
get
frightened these days.
one ending.
Just 2 weeks past, Renardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Raven's call about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice.
So if you're gonna end there where I like died, how can you? No, you need to know what's happening.
Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
I'm on fire, dude. Don't doubt me. Yes, voter. I really enjoyed. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it to have this kind of aspect to it as well. It's really good.
Open, says me.
Oh my dear. You what? Oh, it has to be faster than that. Can I not activate this again? What? There we go. Okay. Ooh, this looks...
This chest was filled with reprints of the entire Sandman series.
Reprints! What was the point of collecting those?
Ooh, and there was something else.
We found a gem! Stanley Prowl. Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention, it does. It does. Who knows if it's... it could be the same. We done with this? Wait. Ooh. 2 skill points. Well, I'm gonna max out the combat.
He missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion.
And now we can actually use or unlock the tier 2 skills as well. Attack enemies at any distance. Auto activates when reaching a certain combo threshold. Hooking a shield-wielding enemy will rip away the shield. Yes, I need this one. Because I feel like I might struggle with the throwing thing. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get next, for sure. Do bunnies live here? I think it would be more easier and faster to just hook the shield away than like pick up another enemy and throw it. That is definitely a skill for me. Oh, hi.
Come over here.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino.
Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Like in Tomb Raider. Yeah, in Anniversary. That's true. Yeah, I like that. You're ready. Left or right? Here's a chest. Oh. Where can I activate the gem? I didn't do that yet, did I now? Oh yeah, I think I need this altar. Right. Now it should be possible. No. I need a workbench. Right. I get confused between those two. Like, which one do I need? Oh, I tried to pick up this. There we go. Oh, not you again. Whoa, what just happened? That was some serious slow-mo stuff. Oh, he didn't have the shield anymore. My bad. So close to leveling up. God damn it. I need to level up to get the skill point. Yeah, it gets upgraded, but I haven't equipped it yet. That's the issue.
Run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
I don't have it, like, selected. Damn. So close. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting better at the fighting. It's like, I don't need to look at what I'm doing necessarily. I need to look at what the enemies are doing.
It barely landed a claw on him.
Cool shot. Oh, do I now have enough XP to go and upgrade? Yes. This one. Thank you. Yep, there's the upgrade. Oh, I don't have this sword, do I now? Nope. I like the way this place looks. It's very creepy, but also somewhat pretty. I like it.
It wasn't his fault. They looked so breakable.
Yeah, I mean, they highlight when you go near. I really need to break them. Hello?
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck.
Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, see, this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper.
Nope.
Even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Lol, do you think I'm dumb? Like I haven't played this before.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renato's best friend in Sword Fu school. And
Best
you're
friend.
still mad for her. The rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was.
She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the Master Spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right,
said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
There's the game changer, right? But we don't want her to be tortured, I think. Because the fox likes the cat. So that may end up badly, no matter what happens. Yeah, basically.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I just want a workbench.
Really awesome. See what I did there?
Yes, I saw what you did there. Oh my god. Awesome. There's been a battle here. Hello? Oh, wow. I still don't have the ice one.
Gogglers. Renato hated gogglers. It was almost impossible to sneak past them.
Yep,
If one didn't spot you, another one would.
yeah. I feel ya. Oh my, there's so many! No, rip. Well, I said rip, right? Okay. Crazy. All dead. So am I. No! Oh, you can kill them! I didn't know that! I didn't know that! I did that by accident. That's very
Boy.
useful.
If looks could kill.
Okay. Squids and fish and baguettes. Snaker, hello, how's it going? Who is that standing there?
So, what's this plan of yours?
Or the
Use
buddy?
me as bait, said Lapino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lapino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renato hiding inside a monstrous watermelon.
What could possibly go wrong? Thought Renato.
Oh my god, another choice. Oh, really? Go for Lapino's geese net fire toad watermelon plan. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I want to see this.
This is gonna be fun, said Lapino as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan.
We need to see this. And finally the workbench, now we can equip...
Hey, a workbench!
Yes!
He could try out his new bling.
Yes! Energy on kill. Killing enemies gives you 3% sword energy back. Nice. And we can upgrade this. Also ignites all surrounding enemies. Aha, what was this thing? Quickly recover health over time. Right. I always press X.
Yes, please.
While trying to upgrade. Wrong sword still. Okay. Do we have any? No, I think this also glows and has the exclamation mark if you have something new. So we don't need to even like try unless we see that. Watermelon. It stayed up till 6 AM. Wow. Any reason for that? Video games? Or...
Shall we dance? Good, the lead raven.
Right, this is a really big one.
Well, I'm trying to do the hook thing. Okay, I think finally managed. Not sure what happened there. Okay. I think it's still useful, but I'm not sure how to use it yet. It's a bit weird still. Just wasn't sleepy? Ah, fair enough. That happens sometimes. How could you let this happen?
Renato felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Peppino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Renato jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat.
Renato, she said. Are those new scars? They look good on you. You never return my velvet jacket. It was my favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Oh, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two, said Latino.
But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east over the Nexus.
She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye, without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapina was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you? She said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land on their feet. Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost, yelled Lapino. You have to catch her.
So she just jumped. Rip. No, not rip. Let's see what happens. From 25 snacks to 3,000 in 2 streams. That's really good. You're doing the Rasky strata, I think. Whatever that is. Yeah, no problem.
Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase.
Right.
Good thing Renato didn't have vertigo.
Is vertigo the fear of heights? What is vertigo? Also, these crystals look amazing. I So far, I like everything about this game. It lags sometimes, like this, when you reach a new area. Not sure if that's a game problem or a PS4 problem. Oh, poor cat.
Smash.
Is a medical condition where a person feels as if they or the objects around them are moving when they are not. What does that have to do with this? What just happened? Oh, when you stay up high and get dizzy. Ah, okay. Which way? Which way? This way. Because we can get back from here.
He felt like Tarzan.
Oh, but there's a platform here, isn't there? There's a chest. Oh, there was stuff that I didn't break. But now we can huh? Yeah, I don't think we have that sword to open the blue door, so this is where we need to go. I think. Can we reach that? Okay. Such like enchanted music here. I like it. Can't even see what's going on, but everything is getting killed. Easy. Did you hear that? He was so satisfied. I'm really liking the igniting of enemies. Seems to work very well. Easy peasy melon squeezy. This time it can be melon because we used melon. I'm not quite sure how
He was
those
closing on her. He could smell her fear.
teleports
He tried not to
work.
think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his.
Yeah, some people ask weird questions. But I mean, better to, you know, safe than sorry, right? Better to just ask and make sure. You wouldn't want to order one with a with a wire, would you now? Oh. Who are you? You've eaten some spicy food and now your belly is on fire. Watch out for explosive ravens. When hit or thrown, they will explode after a few seconds. Use them to your advantage. We'll see about that. I might not be able to do that well.
Bernardo reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again, he said, please. I'm enjoying this a little too much. She said, shaken. Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you? Said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw spells. She knows all his plans. All the way back to the Farfarer, Lapino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia. How that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebel secret base. Renato didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her?
Naga sauce. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna like kill them normally and, you know, avoid the explosion, and like me taking down some other enemies while doing that is gonna be like pure coincidence. But then there's blindness. Wasn't a good idea. Oh my. So, here's a choice. We don't know either of the outcomes. We can let them torture her or just try and talk to her. Hey Karen. I'm not sure this is that cute. Not as cute as I expected, but it looks nice. It's fun. Now let's be friendly. I wanted to do a good guy run, so let's just talk to her.
As they pulled away from the Nexus, Bernardo could see the fear in Zenobia's eyes. I can't take her to those creatures at the base, he whispered to Lapino. Ah, you've gone soft. Soft in the head. We captured her for what she knows. I'll take her to the mountains. Tell all the horrible things the Emperor's done. Yeah, believe me, she'll turn. And he turned the wheel. The hell you will! Shouted Lapino, and he grabbed the wheel back from him. The two of them wrestled for control of the ship. It shot off like a mad sparrow. Suddenly, Renato was falling.
Yeah, hey Karen. This is an interesting game. Like, I've technically played this once now already. We get choices, and then it ends up somehow, and I assume like most of them end badly. So the first time it ended badly, and now we know all that stuff, and we got to start from the beginning and choose something else, and we need to collect like the truths. We need to collect the endings, basically.
When he came to, Zenobia was standing over him. Why didn't you take me to the base to be interrogated? She demanded. Do you know what's left of people they interrogate? This is some trick, isn't it? To make me fall for you again. Well, I won't. Oh, go on then. Scurry back to your ravens. I can't stop you. But strangely, she didn't. As Renato set off to find the Farfarer, she followed him, keeping just out of sight of the ravens.
Wait, she's following me now? Hello? Okay. Just stand there. No.
He'd once met a pirate captain
He used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again?
Captain Hook. So it's really fun, and the graphics look great, and the voice actor is amazing, and yeah, and the battle is quite fun. It's challenging, but I can still handle it. I'm liking this game a lot. And the choices kind of matter, but they kind of don't. You don't really mess up anything, because you anyway get to start over. I chose the very bad decisions the first time, and now we know, I think, one of the most important things, like the super weapon that we really, really wanted, is not a good idea. I went for that the first time around. And, like, we're in different places.
Don't look down, he told himself. Don't look down.
So it's not, like, so repetitive, but...
As Renato stopped to sniff the wind, Zenobia came up, still mad.
Did you really think you'd just talk me into betraying my father?
Oh yeah, sure, that was exactly my plan.
Then why aren't you even talking to me?
Because I've never talked you into anything in my life.
They're gonna court-martial you for letting me go.
He caught a whiff of the Farfarer. Wet rope, tar, and a cask of Scobel ale he'd spilt last year. It was that way.
That's what we thought. Okay. Bye! Let's see what happens this time. Last time I was mean to everyone, basically, and now I'm trying to be the good guy.
Oh, what does the fox say? Asked one raven. Another one called back.
Shit.
Oh, I'm dying! And they both laughed hysterically.
Shit. I don't know why I couldn't move. I tried to do that. Oh, he didn't die yet. Whoops.
A for effort, D for dead.
Oh yeah, I remember. I do remember that rescue. Just didn't realize I was that low. Yes, Karen. I never said I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do a turn-based one. This is not boring. Everyone's triggered right now.
A present? For me?
I knew it. I'm out of powers.
This could be the new aerobics craze. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't really like turn-based stuff that much. Not so much for me. Maybe I should use this one for a little bit. Because you, I think you get much more energy just because it regenerates and the health doesn't.
If they didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
Exactly. Oh no, wait, I'm almost full. Not gonna need it. Now I am full.
Hey. Hey. I'm a firefox, thought Renato.
The feeling when you're more used to Xbox controller, because you try to find the D-pad from below the joystick. I was like, what? When switching the sword. It was bad, man. I used to be a PlayStation girl.
Renato wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all. After the bleak talk about the Emperor's dark secrets, he was regretting his suspicion.
Yeah, I really like the narrator here. It's so brilliant. Oh, I missed some. Well, I'm full on stuff anyways. I don't think you can get anything else than energy and health from those ice sticks. And yet I am still breaking them.
Sure
Yes?
enough, the Farfarer had crashed in some rocks. There was no sign of Lupino. Zenobia caught up. All that kid stuff in Swordfu school. Look, that's the past. We're adults now. We have duties to other people. We have destinies. What are you talking about? And you are the most arrogant, slow-witted, light-fingered, mercenary, immoral, reckless. Run away with me, said Renato, and he realized he meant it. Just like that, she demanded. I will, if you will. So she kissed him. And it was the best kiss he'd ever had. They held hands as they boarded the Farfarer. Renato felt light-hearted, like the winds that were playing the rigging like a balalaika. But Lupino, I need to get back to Lupino, he said, suddenly realizing he could have been captured. A prisoner.
Poor Lupino.
He's not. How
He's
did
dead.
you know? He saw something in her eyes he didn't understand. He fell, didn't he? Into the abyss. She looked away, wouldn't answer. But then a bolt smashed through the Farfarer's keel. The broken ship plummeted out of the clouds.
Have you ever used a Steam controller? No. You've never used an Xbox controller? Yeah, they seem to work fine on PC, PS4 controllers. Well, you went over budget. What did you end up with?
Himself off the deck. They were alive. We have to get to my private ship, she said. Do you trust me? I guess I must, he said. You go on ahead. Clear the path, she said. I can't kill my own soldiers. He wanted to say that he didn't trust her, that he had no idea what he was getting into. But he had no choice, did he? He was following his heart. That's what it means to be a hero. You had to follow your heart.
A bit over budget. Nice one. You can make it all different shades of pink. And I expect you to do that. I mean, been here before. I remember this place. I want a new sword though. Oh yeah, and then we step on this and then you will lose this time, so that's why you bet less. Smart choice. Fucking dreadful. Yeah, I can see you doing that. I think we still can't open this, right? No? Oh. Okay, so what do we want next? Dash through enemies. Target an enemy with dash to move through him and cause damage. Does not work on shield-wielding enemies. True sword fu. Attack enemies at any distance. Auto-activates when reaching a certain combo threshold. Attack reflexes. Slow down time after a successful attack until your next action. Tactical mode of combat. Like a true master. Grab damage. Impale your enemy on your sword when you grab him to cause damage. Grabbing just seems very slow. I'm actually going to increase my maximum health.
This was way better than being able to shrink down to the size of an ant. What was that all about anyway?
What is this all about anyway? Pocket with the one snack. Useful for normal games? I don't see, like, it could be for any competitive game, really. And also, it's just, like, how it feels. Oh, I still really want the SteelSeries M800. It was my favorite keyboard, but it didn't work on my... It didn't work on my system. It felt so good typing with it. Feels bad, man.
Whee!
Did I open this already? No, it respawns. Nice. Spoiler, I'm having a hard time reading. That's like Rasky typing almost. Except I've learned to somewhat read
The
Rasky.
portal was heavily guarded. Let's go someplace they really didn't want him to go.
See, I get wrecked because I try to use the hook and it this time it targeted like the wrong enemy. Yeah, I got so wrecked there. God damn it. So this looks serious. Oh, this place again. With loading issues. Give me health.
With all this ore, Renato could forge a really great sword. He was a master forger. That probably wasn't the right word.
So much energy. And just one health. We need a dictionary.
Renato wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges and stairs.
Bang. So many things happening right now. I've learned to use the hook a little bit more. I use there to, cause whatever the fire thingy is, it tries to, like, whenever you hit it, it goes away, it teleports away. So and that's the one I want to kill because it's possibly the most damaging one, but I don't get it. I used the health sword and still got wrecked. Damn. Pro Genji.
Oh, long live the Emperor! Caught the ravens.
What am I doing? Why is it not working? Why am I so sucky right now?
It was all coming back to him.
Such
He
clutch.
wondered what he'd remember next.
Yeah, I guess it works even without fighting with the sword. Interesting. Good to know that. Oh yeah, this part. I always think that I don't need to do anything and then could go bad.
They paused to catch their breath. It was strange to be so close to her. What are you thinking? He asked. I'm trying very hard not to think. Me too, he said. Up ahead, he could see the thin silver of Zenobia's personal ship.
Sliver, not silver.
Fast. They would leave all this behind.
Hogs on War, but doesn't work on Windows 10. Oh, is it an old one or? Otherwise, it would be weird that it wouldn't work. So I could just like wait here. Well, I have 55 now. I guess that's good. Oh yeah. Then it's not... Oh shit. Such a surprise that it doesn't work. Okay. Who hit me? Who dares to hit me? Went a tiny bit better. Okay. Kind of want to do this one, but I need energy. What the fuck? Nice one, Spoder. A kitty tree.
Hey, you guys interested in real estate? Because you're about to buy the farm.
Don't rip. Don't rip. Don't rip. I rip. I have died. Okay. Shit! That's how you do it. Anything is possible. Except when you forget about these.
There was an inscription. No spitting.
YOLO. Oh, no enemies yet? There's gonna be at least one more wave. Here we go. Wait, a new one? Uh-oh. Enchanters can buff and heal enemies. Buffed ravens are very dangerous. Okay, rip. Fuck you. No! I should have focused just on the regular chicken. Better grab health first. Well, there's no health anymore. You get it tomorrow. Damn. That's quick. At least we got rid of that. Oh no, there's another one. Nice. Woohoo! Easy. Easy when you can do it.
As they reached her ship, Renato suddenly felt a sharp pain in his stomach. He was surprised to see a crossbow bolt sticking out of it.
Rip.
I was gonna lead the Empire to a secret base, said Lapino. But no, you had to screw up my plan because you've still got a thing for her.
Renato stared at Zenobia. The kiss. Was it real? She said, with a look of indescribable sorrow. She gestured and said an arcane word, and Lapino went flying into the abyss, screaming, "I'm telling your father!"
Screw you,
Then she
Lapino.
knelt down to cradle his head, and her paws felt very soft and warm. Renato stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he learned another true thing. Lapino was a traitor. Renato had suspected there was something wrong with the mad rabbit. But now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
All right. Don't feel bad for leaving Lapino behind now. Okay, so what? Interesting. Do we need like one from each row or something to unlock this thing? Or like, yeah, to get another truth. We need to learn something. I think we need to bring the cat to the torture to learn this one. This one I have no idea. Well, it depends. If you only need the 4 truths to finish the game, it's not gonna be too bad. It's not gonna be too bad. We can do one more, I think.
But that meant there must be a destiny where he survived and won, right? Otherwise, what was the point? And with that, the book's pages fluttered back once more to the beginning, and the clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble.
Oh yeah, and
Ravens
the
were scouting for the secret rebel base.
dessert as well.
They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden?
Yep.
Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yeah, he could. This might lead to the 4th truth. The Iblis stone is probably a part of that. And then I think we need to also torture the cat to find out the 4th one. Let's go here.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters.
The Iblis stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous.
And so, Renato went ostrich hunting.
I know. I know. But we're going ostrich hunting. I've always wanted to do that. But yeah, I think that's the only way. That's the only way I see now.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away.
Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in the buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
Get the Iblis stone, okay. We shall do that. Hopefully. Nice, we can upgrade
A
stuff.
sword, a crafting bench, and loads of materials.
Winter Throne. Oh, this is for the blue doors. Freeze enemy. I'm liking the fire now. Maybe this will be good too. I don't know. Treyu, thank you for the host. Almost fell down.
The air here tasted bitter. The steps were too tall for a person. The entire place felt restless, like it had been vexed to nightmare under the dust, waiting for its hour to come around at last.
Right. Yeah, the purple doors. That must be the one remaining sword that we don't have yet. With real Swiss cheese, everything else is inferior. Ah, shit.
Was that your shield?
Why am I stuck? It like something happens when I mess up once. Like the whole timing changes somehow. And more than just one can attack me. Alright. See? Oh, you still have that? Wait, I need to... Oh. Hold on, let me practice. No! You need to somehow hold it very long to get the shield off. That's where I go wrong, I think. That's why I fail, because I only press it
So,
too
who's
short.
your next of kin? Just wondering.
There we go. That one guy just fell off.
The ravens were already here.
Cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Yeah, I finally learned how to use the grappling hook for the shield.
There had to be something useful in these things, didn't
There is energy and stuff. Come on, narrator, keep up. I still feel like... Hold on, what is this? Still feel like more health is gonna be good.
Those flames really bring out your eyes.
Shit. Oh my god, there's the buff guy as well. Okay, so this is the part where you actually gotta get good, it seems. Okay. Why am I not fighting? Okay. Why am I not fighting? Excuse me, game.
Oh, he really wasn't making a dent in those shields.
Yeah, just hold on. Oh, shut up, Rasky.
Once again, Renato was dead right. Or actually, just dead.
Yes. Where is that guy? Wrong buttons is my problem. There we go. When you press the wrong button, everything can go wrong. I want to talk about it? No. No, not really. Hey, Cash Barrier King, how's it going? Good tips. Very good tips.
Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check.
What else do you need in a sword?
Everything's fine. It's not as fun if it's too easy. Not as satisfying. Now we can open that door. Can hear the stream. Welcome. Alright, finally we can open this.
That is a very cool sword, thought Renato. No, seriously. He couldn't feel his paw anymore.
Whether to laugh or cry, I do not know. Something tells me I shouldn't go this. I don't know. I don't know. Which is the way if I go first, I will miss stuff, and which is the way where I get stuff. You know? I feel like this might be where I get stuff.
Renato wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
Wow. He thinks a lot of stuff. Now I just really want to go back and get that scroll. I always go the wrong way. Do I? Like, you never know.
Did Iblis still even exist? The Transcendent Emperor had destroyed all the shrines of the lost gods after exiling them. Had it been buried in that long-ago battle? Or had Iblis foreseen his fate and hidden it from his enemy?
I so went the wrong way. I'm such a bad decision maker. Yeah, that's what I thought, Lucky Wiz, and now I did that. And it was the wrong thing to do. Yeah, this is like I should have at least picked up the scroll. God damn it. Because sometimes there's like teleports, like you go one way and then you teleport back and everything is fine. You never know when that's gonna happen.
What kind of raven can't fly? Thought Renato.
See, I can sometimes fight. Sometimes.
The ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, this would be good, attack enemies at any distance, but then it activates when reaching a certain combo threshold is what ruins it for me. Until your next action, and there's me spamming stuff. Now that I've learned how to spam. Health it is for now, until I get good.
He always wanted to do that.
Yeah, it is on Steam. I got killed, confirmed. Or she hasn't been here yet. This looks like a place for Lara, to be honest. Oh, more
This
grappling.
was much easier than free climbing.
Shit, I thought I was timing it.
Energy spheres. Easy to dodge, but boy do they sting if you didn't pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he knows. He knows. Hey, Alexantu, what up? I see you in battle arena. Oh, never mind. I gotta poop.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager, thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Renato wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. What's the core? Said the stone anxiously.
The core. Yeah, let's do what the stone wants so we get the stone ending. I think. Yeah, let's kill the cute cat. Oh, nice.
Why was he listening to a talking rock?
Why
But
not?
the rock had a point.
Yeah.
If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old toad had sought for himself.
To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes, especially when they've become enemies.
Come on, you know I need to do this. We made out with her last playthrough. Been there, done that, you know.
As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Renata had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun.
Was it the time of the lost gods before the transcendent emperor? Was it the future? Feed these souls, it whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls, its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting.
Menacru. Mm-hmm. This place got wrecked. Yeah, well, this is the sword that we've had since the beginning, so I think that's the way to go.
Once, he'd found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in
Come
a jar
on.
he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
This looks long, though. I think I went the wrong way again. No, it's a chest. Maybe not. Maybe. Possibly not this time. Yeah, the music's been nice, the voice acting is really nice, the graphics are nice, the gameplay is nice, the story is nice. I mean, so far it's a pretty good game, I would say.
Trying to teach you how to fly.
The ravens on Zenobia's island were no match for Renardo. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger. Take the power, the stone told him.
Alright, enjoy, Lucky. Yeah, the voice acting that this guy does is amazing. Is what I mean. I mean, if you're on a budget and you can only hire one guy, hire this guy because he's so good. We can enter that fire door. Let's do that, I guess.
So that's what they meant by a firewall. What unlocks a firewall?
A sword. Yeah, the stone is so him. Oh, nice.
The rock felt hot in his hand. He could feel its secret power.
Nice. And there was a workbench back there. Perfect. Perfect. No, don't step on that yet. Just in case. I don't know what we would find here, but... Okay. Gotta break it. Your attacks have a 10% chance to deal double damage. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Have we been here before? Maybe it looked less damaged, I feel like.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
No. This looks exactly the same, but... Oh, no, it's... Okay. We need to go here now. In the sewers. Oh shit, the fuck. At least I know I can kill them now. Whee!
Well, the eyes have had it.
I don't even know where I'm going. I just want to get rid of them all. Okay. Nothing here. Right. Except boxes. Do I dare to step on it? Okay, that was nice.
The right jewel could really give you an edge. The wrong, well, it still looked pretty, didn't it?
I guess. You. What are you doing here?
Zenobia was waiting for Renato. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws. Are you here to surrender? She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone. And I've missed you too, love. He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
Oh yeah, we're here to kill her, right?
Ooh, a workbench. Did he have any jewels he hadn't tried out?
He had.
Physical resistance increases resistance to physical damage by 20%. Physical damage, that's basically battle. That's good. I like it. He sounds as excited as me sometimes. Shit. No? Okay. It could have gone much better, but I didn't get wrecked even then. I'm surprised.
Finally, Renato caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened. He didn't like seeing her this way. "Kill her," whispered the stone. "You cannot win your rebellion without it." "Please." "No," said Zenobia. "Not that way." Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem?
Sure.
But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
Kill her.
With a flick of his wrist, he slashed Zenobia's throat. Her eyes widened even more. Then the light went out of them. Renato felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam. Oh, such brilliance, exulted the Iblis stone. Renato returned to the Farfarer and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly. It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done.
I'm not surprised that you never killed her. She dead. Yeah, she dead. So we're gonna do this airship fight again. Not yet. Bring
the
it.
Nexus was beautiful. He never realized how beautiful. Everything glowed. The wind was so sweet. The sun so soft. The stones so warm. Black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke under a dead sun. A voice calls him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor from there.
Let's kill them. Let's kill them all.
The platform used a hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
I'm so ready. I feel stronger now. Oh, can we do this now? No, I was thinking because we glow kind of purple, but yeah, needs to be the sword. Needs to be the sword. Wait, did I just come from here? No.
Interrupted story time. Caught the lead raven. Now I'll never find out how it ended.
Feels good to win.
Smashing things was fun.
Yeah, that too. Smashing enemies even funner.
Up ahead was Lapino. What was he doing here?
Bernardo! Hey, buddy! Hey there, old buddy! Please don't kill me!
Why would I kill you? Asked Bernardo, although he had been thinking about it.
Well, you've become... no, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil?
Evil.
Yeah, you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think? See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep?
I suppose you wanted, Bernardo said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis. Oh, had he just killed Lapino? Oh, damn it.
Don't you just hate when that happens? You like poke someone with a sword and you accidentally kill them. Yeah, kind of what the fuck. Okay.
He'd go to the outpost, use their far speaker, tell the Emperor what he'd done, and then he'd go to the secret rebel base, let them know he was ready to lead them to victory.
Well, I guess like he was a betrayer, so... No, he betrayed, so he's a traitor. Weird how that works. So it's not too bad, but yeah, we are definitely becoming a bit evil there. Why would that not work?
Renato
What just
rampaged
happened?
to the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo rampaging.
I didn't even do anything and they
He
just
remembered
died.
not to kill the far speaker toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence. Haha! The Emperor was scared, like little girl. Well, he would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet. Yes! Applauded the Iblistone. Tremendous. Then the Emperor would have to answer his far speaker, wouldn't he? Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become? The mountains. Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lapino.
I hate it when I stab someone with a sword and they ask for more. Or was that a sword? Yes, kill all crows.
Renato called the rebel council to let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed the far speaker toad. Why? Oh, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it. Then he set off for the ruins and the secret rebel base.
Yes, that's it. I did. It's funny, like, because you can go evil so easily in this game. Like, all options are somewhat bad, or most of them. That's not a kid's game, is it now?
The ruins were crawling with ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Renato thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me.
They must be very scared of me. Well, here I am.
You are the honest warrior ever.
Thanks.
Whispered the Ibblestone. And he had to agree with it, for once. Who was as good as Renato?
No one. Okay, that's like we can't come back from that platform, so I'm gonna go this way. Alright.
Fresh socks, thought Renato. Please be fresh socks.
Disappointed. Rasky is locked in. How could you let this happen? I see spawn tiles. That's the chest, right? Oh, I can't go back. Yeah.
Urged the stone.
See, this is
Come
like
to think of it, Renato thought as he put down another raven. Why shouldn't I be emperor? How did anybody get to be emperor anyway? By making war. I mean, not counting the transcendent emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods and started time. Yes, he should be emperor. He would make a great emperor. Right, Stone? Oh, right, boss. Ha! Bet you never saw that coming.
shit. When I thought I could like let one of them live. Shit! That did not go well.
I should have done a barrel roll, he thought, as he died.
What do you mean? Why do I get damage when I just kill them? And then there's the whole you died scene there.
Oh, should have faked left and then gone left, he thought. And then he never thought again.
Okay, I guess I have to do this very slowly. Yeah, just
Where
die.
Renato went next, we cannot follow. Yet.
You have banana flames. Do you need a recipe? Okay, there's still one more alive, but I think we're fine. What was it? Tropical Kama Sutra or something. Google that.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Not time for drinks now. No, wrong one.
Tornado.
Ow! There's a buffer. Somewhere. They're getting buffed. No? Just put rum, I think that's fine enough. You did a image search of that? Ooh. Secret stairs.
Renato strode into the council. Let's do this thing. Let's make me emperor.
Yeah.
They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the emperor thing? He meant to bring that up later. I mean, let's go win this rebellion. He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them. He cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon, there was no one to cut down. Well then, he'd have to attack the fleet alone. More for me, he said. Unless it was the stone that said it. Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now. But first,
Finish him.
finish him. The Emperor, that is.
Let's see if we can do that with the stone. Any people alive to rule over? You can be emperor alone. Not really. Oh, my back.
Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty.
True.
And a new one to take its place. He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them. And enslave the toads too. All the animals would worship him as a god. For he had once been a god. They would willingly give him their blood and their souls. And the world would change. Would become familiar again.
Also, you would probably default to like the slave as well, because you have to also do everything if you're the only one. Finally! Increase movement and attack speed.
This sword from the mystical east could make time itself slow for you.
Oh no, toads need to die. I like the fire one the most, but we could do this. Because I think I know where we're going. To our death. We can now open these purple doors. We can open every door now.
The mysterious sword from the east made you so fast you could catch a fly with your chopsticks. If that's what you really wanted.
Although, I guess I should test this out in a battle. How else would I know? Nice. We've never been here before. This is exciting.
Once, Renato had been to a dungeon where all the chests were locked. It was awful.
Found a gem. I think there was an altar. No, I need a workbench for gem. Right. Do you catch bees as well, Karen?
Renato was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become a god again. How odd, he thought, that the Iblis Stone had nothing to say about any of this. Well, no matter. Once he killed this petty Toad Emperor, he would bring back the Black Sun.
Any day now. I'm just waiting for my ship, you know? This is the one.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. Really needed to construct additional pylons.
Welcome back, Lucky. Ready for the finale of this story?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. You're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
A very clever engineer named Elon Muskrat had got his start making floating platforms. Not many people knew that.
I haven't used the, like, the power of this sword yet. I'm like killing them without any special abilities because I'm just so evil right now. Honestly, I have no idea whether it affects the stone. Fuck me! How many times do I have to do this until I remember? It's like I pressed the button, I saw it, I realized, I'm like, fuck, I'm pressing. Just wanted to see the GIF. I feel like the GIF is too big. Like, you can see only the half of it or something. I don't know why I can't
Soon
just...
he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Why can't it just like resize it so that it fits? If the GIF is bigger than the area. Yeah, that's me in battle. Oh, magic happens. I was in the explosion. That was bad. Ooh, what's this? Is that where the Emperor lives? Okay. Okay. Let's go.
He found the Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
Back to hell, fiend.
Croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent Emperor!
Croaked the speaker. They held some arcane items he didn't recognize. He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies. And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And
Let me
the
guess.
void that had been a mere stone
I die.
on a sword expanded. It stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze, black and pitiless as the sun, passed through the void into the land. And so time ended.
You're liking it? Nice.
And just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Surprise. Rasky, do you know how hard it is sometimes to make up titles for the first time you play some game? You've never played it before, you've never seen it before? Oh, wrecked. Alright, we have 3 out of 4 truths. And your pyramid failed. For you, it probably shows you got it, but you always see your messages first because of the loading or the transmitting time. But in both on-screen chat and my chat, it failed. Well then.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing.
And then there's
Of course.
Lapino.
Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
We will make our fourth path next time. I'm gonna switch games. I'm gonna have some quick dinner now. And then we're gonna play, hopefully finish Silent Hill 3. Give me